Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I do a variety of tutorials on various topics. If you like my content, hit that subscribe button. This is my little man, his name is Kajon, and today I'll be making a jacket suit for him. He has a sneaker ball. I did buy this pattern off Amazon and I'll link it in the description below. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases, so if you guys are interested, you can click on the link below. Let's cut out the pants pattern pieces, and of course I'm going to be cutting it on the fold. So there are two patterns, one for the front, one for the back. You want to ensure that the fabric is right sides together and cut out those pattern pieces. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the smaller pieces. Now I'm just pinning the pockets onto the pants, the 4 pieces for the pockets. Then I'll just sew that down. You want to ensure that you're still following the right sides together rule here. So the pattern comes with all the various pieces that you will need. At the end of cutting out the pockets, you will have 4 separate pocket pieces to attach to the 4 sections for the pants. I normally like to sew my pockets 1/2 inch to 1 inch below the waistline, just in order to give the waistband room. You will also notice that I have joined the crotch areas for the pants pieces. So for the 2 back pieces, I've joined the crotch area from top to bottom, and for the front crotch pieces, I normally measure 4 to 6 inches down from the waist. Then I'll mark that point, and from that point going downwards to the crotch, that's where I will sew for the front piece, because we have to leave room for the zipper to go. Here you will see better what I'm talking about. So it's just right sides together here, and you can see that I have about 6 inches here, and I'm going to be placing my zipper inside. I'm using an invisible zip, but you can use any zipper you want to. So one of the pattern pieces that we got is that little piece that you see I have right there. All I did was just to fold it and press it, and we're going to put our zipper on this section of the pants facing down. You always face the zipper down. Then I'm just going to add this little piece over it, and this little piece here will form the midsection that will kind of cover below the zip. So I'm just going to secure that with some pins. Then I will go ahead and sew that on. Now it's time for us to attach the other side to the zipper, and I'm just going to be measuring right here to ensure that the front of the zipper has an overlap. As you see right there, you don't want any of the zipper to be exposing, so you want to ensure that you have that overlap. Measure it well, and then you can turn it over and do the sewing. The next step is to connect the sides of the pants, and as you can see my pin pattern, I'm just going to follow along that, and only the sides is what I'm going to do. Once I've secured the sides, it's time to sew on the waistband. What I normally do for my waistband is just to measure out about 4, maybe 5 inches of fabric based on the size of the waistband I need, and I just connect it like this, going right around the waist. And for the last section there, I would leave a little hanging over just to give it full coverage so that it can overlap properly. I find that it's easier for me to do my waistband this way. It's so much faster, and it's ideal for what I want to do, which is to add the elastic to the waist instead of adding loops. After sewing on the first part of the waistband, this is what it's going to be looking like. And of course, I'm going to cut off the excess, and I'm going to have to fold that as well and sew it so we don't have any rough edges. Then I'm going to go through, I'm just going to fold it to the size that I need, about 2 inch, fold, pin, and then I'm going to do a top stitch there. For the excess fabric that is left inside, I will just use the serger and remove that excess. Once I'm finished sewing that, this is what the waistline will look like. Next, we're going to go to do the hems. I do the hems before I connect the front. So I'm just going to be doing about 1 inch hems, but I'm folding this twice. So after securing it with pins, then I'm just going to check to ensure that everything is equal, the measurement is equal on both sides before sewing in those hems. Once I'm finished sewing in those hems, it's now time to attach the crotch. And the first area I attach is the middle because I want to ensure that that is lined up. And once you have measured your hems correctly, then you won't have any problems to start from the middle. I will just follow the pin pattern. And what I normally do here, you will see the markings. I measure from waist to knee, and that's the marking that I have there. And then I'm just going to choose the knee round measurement, and I'm just going to do it about an inch bigger than the knee round that I got. And I'm going to do the ankle measurement. I normally measure the ankle 2 inches less than what I measured the knee to be. And that's if I want a slim fit pants, which in this case I do. So I'm just going to serge those insides once I'm finished trimming. This is what our pants is looking like when I'm finished. The only thing left for me to do now is to install the elastic band and also to install the hook. There are many ways to install the elastic band, but I'm doing it this way because initially I had not planned to do the elastic band method, but then I changed along the way because I decided I didn't want him to wear a belt. So that's why I'm using this method of installing the elastic band. At this point, I'm just measuring the elastic band 2 to 3 inches shorter than what the waist actually is because I need the waist to be pulled in to give it that look. I've made sure that the elastic band is secured at both edges where the seam is in order for it to be hidden well. So I don't want the stitches to show on the waist, so that's what I've done. And I've also done 2 stitches in the middle of that waistline. And this is the finished product. Let's move on to the jacket pieces. This is the center back, and for this one you're going to cut the main material along with the lining. You can also cut interfacing depending on your preference. This is the side panel. It connects to the center back, goes under the armpit. This is the sleeve, and of course you need linings for both of those. Then we have the collar and the pocket pieces. Now some of my sewing was done off camera because I was having a little trouble with the camera, but I just connected all the main material pieces, then I connected all the lining pieces. So now I'm just going to add both of those together and sew them together, so you'll see what I'm doing. Now it's time for me to put on the pockets. As you can see, I added the red piece to the pockets as well to complement the accent piece that's on it. So I'm just going to be pinning down the bottom of the fabric just for the hems to ensure that everything is intact, after which I'm going to be pressing down the pockets before I sew them on. You'll see as I go along. This is the finished product, guys. He loved it so much. This is what he looked like when he was going to the sneaker bar, and he had a blast because he loved his suit. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned to the end of this video. See you in the next one. If you like my content, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Bye.